of the Reich are everywhere.
Where's the man in the high castle?
I believe in her. Just give me something I can fight for.
Realize they took your life. They could not take your breath.
The Man of the High Castle, Season 3. Alright, so The Man of the High Castle, Season 3 is the third season of The Man of the High Castle. Now, The Man of the High Castle was a show which came out in back in 2015, I believe. It was a show on Amazon Prime, and this is actually, I think, one of the first Amazon shows to be premiered on their network to try to compete with Netflix. So I was very interested in watching that show at the time because the basic premise of the show, if you do not know what this is, The Man of the High Castle is, what if the Nazis had won World War II? What would be America's state? And it's based off a book that came out in the 1960s of a scenario, what would happen if the Nazis in Japan had defeated America, conquered the United States, and the United States became a part of the Japanese Empire and the Nazi Reich. And that alone makes this show so freaking interesting. And I have to say, I really much enjoyed this season. This season becomes more a bit of a sci-fi show than it does as a historical fiction show. Where this season, we delve into the thing with characters who can go into other parallel worlds. And this season delves really deep into the multiverse. The multiverse is the basic premise of it is multiple Earths all existing in the same plane, just different events that happen, events where the Nazis didn't win World War II, where the Allies won World War II, our world, and there's all kinds of other worlds that you can read about, all kinds in like physics and all that stuff. And that's the thing I really enjoyed about this show is that this season we delve more into it. And the thing also I think I love about the show is how easily people can adopt into the worlds they live in. Just you see these people on Earth who basically have to the world is terrible, the Nazis have won, and people just have to basically have to accept it. And most of them are just sheep. Most people, we would like to say, we're going to fight against this oppression, we're going to fight against these Nazi invaders people, but be honest with you, most people would just probably lay down and die and just try to live another day. And that's one thing the show does really well. And then there are some other interesting things that happens this season, like Frank, the character who I thought was dead, basically comes back as like a two-faced kind of guy, and he has a different outlook on life. He wants to be a painter. He's melting this big propaganda stuff, or not propaganda, but trying to tell the truth through his paintings. And at the end of his life, he sees all the good works he did, and that he actually tried to make a difference. And I very much enjoy that part of the show. And another thing I liked about the show was they completely brainwashed John Blake. John Blake, who's a character I very much enjoyed the first two seasons of. And he was on the wrong side, and he basically gets reconditioned, and basically the Nazis brainwash him into making them a tool for the Fuhrer. And the character that we saw in the first two seasons is dead. And that line from Juliana at the end, she's like, I killed him because there was nothing left in him. Y'all took the best parts of him. And I love that. And also dealing with stuff with John Smith's wife's character, who she doesn't want to lose any more children. Her son is considered a national hero because he sacrificed himself because he didn't hold up to Aryan beliefs or the Aryan pure humanity thing. And she's worried about her daughters. Are her daughters going to be the same thing? She can't afford to lose another kid. It's just fascinating stuff going on this season. And then y'all see John Smith. He's watching these fields. He sees his son, and it's just such a good show. Overall, guys, Man in the High Castle Season 3 is such a good season. I burnt through 6 episodes in one day. I did not even know I was watching that many. But I guess I missed the show, and I really enjoyed the third season of it. So, guys, watch Man in the High Castle Season 3. It's an awesome season of TV. So guys, have you seen The Man in the High Castle? And what are your thoughts? Comment below, let me know. And guys, if you like this video, click that thumbs up button. Subscribe to see more. Tell your friends about Easy Nation. Oh!